Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Stop me, this sounds totally ridiculous. A singing rooster dresses up like Elvis. Stop! Well, if you can't even make it that far, then you're gonna have a real hard time with Don Bluth's strangest of animated creations. And that's saying a lot. Rock-a-Doodle.
Let me be your rooster, and let me roost with you.
Director Don Bluth was by far one of the greatest animation gods who ever lived. In the 80s. In the 90s, I think he left his brain at the Foo Bar convention because he turned out some very strange, very mediocre material. The good stuff seemed to end with All Dogs Go to Heaven, and the bad stuff seemed to begin with Rock-a-Doodle. It's strange, it's nonsensical, it's kind of like a bedtime story if read by Andy Warhol. So, why is this movie such a mother-clucking mess? Take a look and decide for yourself. The film begins in outer space as a narrator's voice comes in to fatally attempt to tell the story.
Once upon a time, the sun came up. Imagine for a moment if instead of rising up like this, she took a look around and decided to go back to sleep. Let me tell you all about it.
And let me warn you, I've been drinking extensively. Okay, that zoom in was a little too extreme. I could practically see his digestive system. So, as the movie begins, you kind of can't really believe what you're watching. I mean, these look like cartoons from the 30s, where everything has a face, everyone seems to be bouncing and singing. What, did they make this movie for kids or something? Still no excuse. So, I know what you're probably thinking. What current washed-up singer did they rope in to do the voice of this personality-deprived character? I'm gonna say Garth Brooks. Damn it, Glenn Campbell, I was so close!
Hi, Patu. What you doing?
I'm trying to tie these doggone shoes.
Again?
It's probably not best to tell you that this is the highlight of the movie, is it? So all the animals on the farm have their own special job to do, and the rooster's job is to crow so he can bring up the sun. What's the name of the rooster, you might be wondering? Well, I'm sure it's something cutesy, like Clucky, or Feathers, or Chanticleer? Okay, so they live on a very pretentious farm. What do you want from me? But one morning, Chanticleer forgets to crow, and yet the sun still comes up. So the animals reject Chanticleer and toss him out of the farm, which makes things very happy for the villain, simply known as the Grand Duke of Owls.
Who's that, Mom?
Ah! What the hell? Oh, okay, I guess the story was just a book a mother was reading to her kid. Fair enough.
His name is Edmund. Of course, he didn't look quite like this when I first met him.
Well, now wait a minute, who's telling the story, the narrator or the mother? That's a really bad sign when you have two people fighting over who's narrating the movie. And so the little boy looked out from his window, and then another narrator stepped in to tell the story. Hey, who's telling the story anyway? Well, I thought I was. You couldn't read your way out of an alphabet book. Hey, them's fighting words. Come over here, you meat sack. Take that. Ow, my pancreas. So it turns out the little boy is named Edmund, and he's concerned because the rain is picking up and flooding the farm that his parents work on.
I want to help.
Well, then pray for the rain to stop, and that will help.
I'm not asking God for anything, he still owes me an Xbox! So the parents go outside as apparently the farm is being attacked by the biggest storm of the century.
Start the truck, she'll be okay! Hurry! Hurry! It's coming! It's headed right for us! It's already here!
Chanticleer! Chanticleer!
That's Christmas, you moron! Santa Claus only comes at Christmas! No, he was calling Chanticleer for help, even though he's just a fictional character in a book. But that doesn't stop the Duke of Owls from breaking the laws of reality, as he crashes into the house to intimidate our little hero.
Dear, now I've gone and spoiled the surprise. Always doing that, eh?
Oh no, tell me that owl isn't voiced by Christopher Plummer.
The Duke is going to eat you.
Oh god, what some people will do for a paycheck. He couldn't have thought this was a good movie, nobody could have! He must have been under contract or something. That's the only excuse. In fact, I can just imagine him trying to sneak away from this movie.
I hear they're going to announce the casting for the villain today.
By the time you've made the announcement, we'll be over the border.
Trouble with your car, Mr. Plummer?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we couldn't get it started.
Surely you've heard that the studio wants you to provide the voice for the owl in their latest family romp, Rock-a-Doodle?
I'm afraid that's going to be quite impossible.
Now, Mr. Plummer, surely you don't think you can defend yourself against the awesome power of studio-funded lawyers. No man has ever survived their verbal slaughter. So, I take it you'll change your mind about the role?
Yes.
Excellent. My men will escort you to the recording studio.
No escort will be necessary.
I insist. We wouldn't want you to get lost on your way over, would we?
No.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to get Abe Vigoda for Good Burger.
Okay, back to the story. So the Duke of Owls, in front of our little hero, explains his evil plan.
But you see, we creatures of the night have worked very hard to make absolutely sure that bird does not return. And besides, I positively loathe.
My God, are you still talking? So the owl turns him into a kitten because he claims they're easier to kill, but I think it's because they're easier to draw, as he turns the rest of the room into a fully animated backdrop. I guess owls see better in watercolors. But then the animals from the book also come in to save little Edmund. As it turns out, the only thing that can scare the Duke away is light. Oh, they must have that bright light syndrome that the gremlins had.
Bright light! Jeepers! I'm a furry!
Wait, what'd he say?
I'm a furry!
Kid, you're a little too young to know what that word means. I'm an adult, and I'm still not exactly sure what it means. Nor do I wish to find out. So a bunch of other animals come in to tell Edmund that they're also looking for Chanticleer. Why? Because it turns out his crowing did bring the sun up, and thus they need him back for the sun to return.
We gotta find Shanty and apologize.
So he'll forgive us! Come home and raise the sun!
But if that's the case, why did it rise without him that one time?
Oh, Chanticleer.
What?
If he doesn't come back and crow, the sun won't ever shine again.
Hello? Why did it rise without him that one time?
The story's true. You all laughed at him and he went away.
Why did it rise without him that one time?
You're right, son. We done wrong, and that's why we're searching for the city.
Why did it rise up? You know what? Fine, forget it. I'm gonna make up my own reason. God got bored and wanted to fuck around with the rooster, so he played yo-yo with the sun. There, I'm happy. Let's see how else they're gonna confuse me. So the gang all decides to go to the city, because apparently there's a city right across from the farm, to find Chanticleer. Meanwhile, we see the Duke acting as the Phantom of the Opera, as he tells his henchmen to find the cat and kill it. Actually, no, I tell a lie. He doesn't talk about it, he sings about it.
We hate the sun! That much we know!
Wow! Wow! I can literally tell from the first lyric that this song is gonna suck. That's incredible. You have to try in order to be that bad.
We hate the sun! From head to toe!
Never let him crow.
So the animals float down the river as they encounter many horrible, disastrous obstacles in their way. Like...
Giant tree! 100 feet in clothing!
My God! We'll hit that eventually! So the henchmen find the animals and try to attack them. But Edmund sticks to his guns by doing what he knows best. Shouting the words, "Oh no."
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
I haven't discovered swear words yet, so my range of negative vocabulary is limited. Ah! So the animals escape and finally make it to the city. The owls have returned to tell the Duke the bad news.
You imbecile! That's not an adequate pipe.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention that the Duke's breath contains magical powers. You know what this is? This is the animated version of Mad Libs. It makes just about as much sense. So our main hero gets turned into a animal. Cat! Okay, he's transformed by the villains. Noun. Breath! Breath, alright. They have to travel to the city to find a animal. Rooster! Rooster, okay. Who makes the sun rise by verb? Singing! Singing, yes! Wow, doesn't that sound ridiculous? Imagine if they made a movie based on that nonsense. That'd be stupid. So they search all throughout the city for Chanticleer, which is also populated by animals. Well, now how does that make sense? I mean, do the parents, when they need farming supplies, just drive to the city filled with cartoon animals? Well, thank you, Mr. Pig. This frying pan will really help us out when we're cooking up some bacon. On that note, how about them bears? The team, not the people that own the hardware store down the street. There's also this weird running joke about how the dog doesn't know how to tie his shoes.
No, Pachu, that's not how it goes. For the 100th time, it's over, around, under, and through.
No, kid, that's not how you act for the 100th time. Emote, connect, and be credible. Finally, they find Chanticleer, as he now makes his living as a world-famous Rooster Elvis impersonator. Isn't it, or all these characters sounding like sports teams' mascot rejects?
Well, you're the #1 chick in this chicken coop.
But one character named Goldie looks on Chanticleer's fame and can't help but feel a tad jealous.
Oh, Goldie, would you not bother me with this right now? You gotta go on in 2 minutes.
But I'm too good for the chorus. What's he got that I ain't got?
Well, a penis, for starters. So the gang tries to talk to Chanticleer, but is pushed aside by a team of bodyguards.
Move it, move it, move it, move it. Bounce, bounce you all over the place. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Oh, you know, good God, you can make a song about anything, can't you? I'm talking, I'm drinking my coffee, and then I'm going to sleep. Meanwhile, back at the farm, the flood's getting worse, as Edmund calls up to see how the pig, rabbit, and mouse are doing. This is a strange world of randomness, isn't it?
No, great. Oh, goodbye.
Dewey! Dewey! Dewey!
Aha! I'm going to waste all their minutes. Muhahaha!
What about my family? Are they alright?
Your family? They left this movie hours ago. They know a stinker when they see one.
Bye.
The number you have dialed is no longer in service.
Oh no!
God, just by the way they're walking, I can tell they're going to sing.
Twiddly-dee, twiddly-dee.
Okay, no song that begins with the lyric Tweedledee is going to be good. Go back and try again! So they try to get a note to Chanticleer, this time disguising themselves as penguins so they don't get spotted.
Hey, what are you doing, little fella?
Something I learned in school. Something I learned in school.
So they give the note to Chanticleer, but is distracted by the love of his feathery life, Goldie.
She says her name is Goldie.
Hey, look at that! She kissed him on the pecker. Next scene. So Goldie seduces Chanticleer as they make sweet, horribly written music together.
Love has said hello. You don't know what that means. Really means to me.
Oh, I think we've lost them.
What do you mean?
I love the fact that a song is so bad that even the movie is trying to ignore it. It's like they're ashamed that they made a musical. Like they should be! So the gang is captured by the Battletoads here and tied up in one of the trailers. Haha! Take that, Grill! But one of the owl henchmen still wants to destroy them, as he breaks into the trailer and... I blinked. What happened? I don't know. Somehow they escaped. And as that's going on, Chanticleer finally discovers the note, as he rides off on a motorcycle to save his friends.
Oh, no, I've killed him.
Jump and jump. Hold it there. He's not dead. Untie me. He's not dead. Untie me.
So the characters partake in what looks like Ben Fur, as the bad guys are close behind them. You know, this movie provides many ample opportunities for them to die. Why don't they just go with it?
Of course, if we were afraid cat. I'm not afraid of anything.
Hey, lay off the
What the hell was that? Is the movie flashing before his eyes? Or rather, in his eyes? And then we're in his brain with all these characters? I mean, just...
Big-lipped alligator moment.
Big-lipped alligator moment.
So after that strange slip of consciousness, Edmund saves the mouse and they escape the bad guys. As we jump back to the farm where we see the other animals have run out of batteries in their flashlight.
We are the creatures of the night.
These are the gayest villains ever! Do they really have to sing everything? Just because it's a musical doesn't mean you have to sing. You could just quietly shut the fuck up. I would prefer that. But thank God our heroes arrived to put that all-bird choir in its place.
All right, Wow. This is Edmund. It's over for you.
This is Edmund. It's over for you. God, this kid makes Jake Lloyd look like Haley Joel Osment. So they tried to get Chanticleer to crow, but he's sadly out of practice.
Are you by any chance having a little trouble with your throat?
Don't give up, Chanticleer. Put that belching Tim Curry in his place. But the Duke uses his magic breath to make things more difficult. How do you get magic breath anyway? Did he just drink a cocktail of blended fairies and Smurfs? I mean, how does that work? To make things worse, he strangles Edmund. And transforms himself into a giant tornado. But Chanticleer finally gets his voice back and crows like he's never crowed before.
God hears you, Chanticleer. I didn't mean to put the rotation of the planets out of order. I was just fucking with you.
And for some reason, the sun transforms the evil Duke of Owls into... Cartman from South Park. Screw this movie, I'm going home.
It's me, Uncle Dookie.
No. Screw this movie, home. So, what directionless fairy tale would be complete without the ultimate cliche, Edmund turns into a real boy.
He was a little boy.
He was such a bad actor, I couldn't tell. And just to make it even more insulting, it turns out that the whole thing was just a dream. Yep, everything about that chaotic little trip was all in Edmund's head. Why does that not surprise me?
Edmund, Chanticleer is just a storybook. Those characters are only make-believe. Now, come on, let's get back.
No, Mom. No, they're not. I saw them. I bet they're wondering what happened to me.
I'd say this ending was just ripping off The Wizard of Oz, but it isn't. It's directly stealing from it. Right down to everything becoming brown and white. Does this movie have any shame? And then, just to give us the ultimate of non-sequiturs...
Cock-a-doodle!
What? No, hey, what? No, hey, what? Okay, is this a dream or did the kid get into the Vicodin again? I mean, this makes no sense. Wow, they turned me into a quappy blue screen effect. And does the movie actually end? Not really. It just kind of stops. It's like, whoops, we forgot to make sense of anything. Oh well, it kept your kids quiet for a few hours, didn't it? Exits to your left. This was... weird. It was just weird. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad. Well, okay, it was bad, but it was mostly odd. It's sad to see such a great animator deprive himself of his own talent. This movie is literally like they just made up the story as they went, and that is very rarely a good sign. And I don't know about you, but quite frankly, I'm getting... phrase? The hell out of here! You are good at this game. I'm the nostalgia critic, I remember it, so you don't have to.
Let me be your rooster, and let me roost with you.